Doing yoga, it gives me an opportunity to give myself love. And when I give myself love, I know I can radiate love to everybody else that comes into my life. I left home when I was young. 13, I was on my own, left home. By 15, I was strung out on heroin. And by 19, I had robbed somebody and ended up in prison. And I had a sentence of 90 months, which is 7.5 years. The beginning of my prison stay, it was, I don't need anybody in my life. I don't want to ask for help. I'm an addict. I'm a drug dealer. I can live my life without anybody. I had been in prison for about 4 years when I started going to living yoga. At first, it was an escape to get out of the dorm. But the more I started to go and make connections with the volunteers, and I felt a sense of freedom to be in a room with other women that were wanting the same thing as I did, some connection within ourselves. You weren't allowed to hug, touch, nothing. And for me, going to yoga and having them adjust me to the right pose was like, oh, I'm still human. It was a connection that we didn't have. And you forget that. You're like, oh, I'm supposed to be numb. I'm not supposed to feel while I'm here. Being at living yoga, going to the classes. We had them on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And if you were lucky enough to get on the list, that list, because there was only so much room, you got a sense of, wow, I can make it through today, I can make it through tomorrow. I have people that care for me that aren't here within these walls. I've been out of prison 3 years now, and I may not do yoga as much as I used to or as much as I would like to, but it's still something I can always find myself within. I was so caught up in drugs and chaos, I didn't want to slow down to be able to focus on me. And I still catch myself doing that today. But I have my yoga practice to remind me, here I am. I have my freedom. I'm free from my addiction. I'm 30 today and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know how to drive. I have my license. I have my own place. I pay my own bills and I'm accountable to myself today. I work at Dave's Killer Breads, and I'm their merchandiser. First, when I started doing demos, I was like, oh, I'm ashamed. I'm just going to hide behind Dave's story, even though his story is true for me. And today, when I go out and do demos, I'm like, yeah, I'm a felon too, and that's okay. I can do anything I set my mind to. That's why I'm a nanny for twin boys that are absolutely amazing. I've been with them since they were 5 months old, and their parents know what I've been through. For me to be able to sit down and tell them my life story was scary. I had so many judgments about it, but afterwards, I can look at her today and say, thank you. I love you for accepting me for who I am. You see on TV about felons and inmates, they're all hard and tough, and no, I can't, that's not me. Prison was an experience for me that saved my life. Being a part of living yoga inside a prison gave me hope, love, joy. Not this little girl anymore that can't and that's ashamed. I'm this adult woman that is striving for so much more in life and wants to share it. I want to share my love, my hope, my joy, my peace that I have every single day.